some people be they holla say they want the power. Them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. See them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you ladder. Oh, yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make we shout. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come, man of the masses. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, my ego die the political. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, this one not they off in mind. Oh yo yo, my ego don't come. Oh yo yo, person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, my egun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo yo, my egun don't come. Oh yo yo.
Hello there.
Ayégun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó lódodo. Ayégun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó.
Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are watching or joining me from. It is Mayegun, your midday program. Thank you so much for joining me. It is Mayegun Live. Read the caption of the broadcast, the description of the broadcast, and share it if you can. And of course, you know how we do it. The line is always opened, okay? And you can be part of this just at any minute. Remember that.
Godfather is
we were here talking about the Okwama people, as well as the people of Bayelsa that got killed by the Nigerian military, Nigerian army, precisely Nigerian army. The terrorists, they were busy having a field day in Niger State. Yes.
I'm here tonight. Glory Facebook. Glory YouTube. I'm here tonight. Oh, Baba Kura. I'm here tonight.
So, yet to be decided number of people killed, mostly traders. In the Madaka market in Lafi, is it called Lafi or Rafi local government area of Niger State? The numbers of those killed are yet to be determined, but from the report, the terrorists attacked the market when it was at its peak. They attacked the market when the traders as well as their customers were busy, 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And so far, so good. People believe that over 100 people were slaughtered. But the Nigerian army, they are in Okwama. So yes, Motide. So good morning to you once again. Good afternoon to you, and then a good evening to you. I bet some of you are just starting your day, in some part of the world while others are already wrapping up their day. Others are still in the midday, like us here in the UK, where we are pretty much like just a little bit over the midday. So thank you so much for joining me. And if you have read the caption of the broadcast, the description as instructed or advised, then we can start. In the last 48 hours, the Nigerian army, they have been carrying out illegal extrajudicial killings, something we can call a systemic massacre. And the story behind, and this is because of the slain 16 soldiers at Okwama. Zifnumbu initially said they must. They gave the military the authority, the full authority. That's what the circular said. Said, I give the military the full authority to do whatever they can and whatever they want in fishing out the killers of those soldiers. And in the process, the Nigerian army seemed to be more interested in a way of killing civilians than going after real criminals, the terrorists. So while they are they are trying to sort of press it on the rest of the country of the tragedy it is for Nigerian soldiers to be slaughtered by the Niger Delta youth, according to them, right? The rest of the country can possibly be unknown. Not that they were able to really keep anything safe in the first place, but it seems that the whole of their energy is now diverted, not looking for the killers of those soldiers, but probably silencing those who are the witnesses to what really happened. And as they are passing every community, they are leaving trail of blood. I have a video on Mayegun's Diary Political Facebook. If you go there right now, where the Nigerian soldiers, Nigerian military, attacked the community in Bayelsa. They attacked that community through their waters. At the jetty, they arrived with, they arrived in 7 gunboats and soldiers. And immediately they came down from there. They started shooting. The video is on Mayegun's Diary Political Facebook. I can't really put it on there. Sure you get. But if you want to check, go on now and see. That is what Nigeria, I mean, if all of you have been wondering, what do you mean by Nigerian soldiers are just killing civilians? At least they are looking for terrorists. What do you want them to do? I want you to go and see that video. The Nigerian military arrived at a jetty, and they opened fire at everybody they met there. Everyone. And these guys came out, by the way, and said, unknown number of people have been killed, but let's see if I have the right one. Hang on. I'll bring that back to you in a moment, okay? So there are these guys from that same area, okay, who came out and said, the evidence is there anyway now. But right there in Niger State, where their governor came out, listen to this. Their governor said that Niger State is the biggest, or should we say, largest concentration of Fulanis, especially the Fulani terrorists. And according to him, if the Nigerian government or Nigerian military should come after them after shooting down the military jet and slaughtering 38 Nigerian soldiers. I know some of you probably don't remember that anymore, but of course, a lot of us do remember. 38 soldiers, including Air Force men, were killed and slaughtered, and a military jet. Do you think they use their sonda, their staff, that stick they are working with, right? Are using on their cows? Is that what they use to shoot down a military jet? Yeah? So their governor came out and said, he has appealed to Tifnumbu not to send the military to look for those who slaughtered 38 Nigerian soldiers just like that, because Niger State is very crucial and they will have to use negotiation in resolving this. And of course, there was no any action from the Nigerian military as it was pleaded. Now, the terrorists have a safe haven from Niger State. Of course, it's not only food that Niger State has to offer or export to the rest of Nigeria. They are also exporting terrorism and terrorists to the rest of Nigeria, but not without them suffering the casualty too. In the face of protecting terrorists, making them comfortable, they struck at a popular market in Rafi local government area, the popular market called the Madaka market. And the number of people slain or killed right now is yet to be ascertained. And it seems like everybody probably just pretend to be hearing it for the first time, or maybe second time, or it's like you are hearing it too much. It's like, you know, they are dead, let's move on, kind of. You see those ones they killed today, and those they are still going to, I mean, those ones they killed yesterday, and those they are still going to kill today, and those that will die tomorrow. They are all victims of a failed system that some of you probably feels like it's a problem that will probably go away on its own, or maybe you pray your way out of it. A system that allows terrorists who are killing for no just reason, and the political criminals from that part continue to do their best to shield them. Tifnumbu came out to declare what we already knew: the terrorist sponsor in Nigeria. Then we are asking, what are you doing about it? Because we knew this like 7 years ago. Joe Gumi, sorry, Sheikh Osama bin Gumi came out and said Tifnumbu and his illegitimate government has no power. I don't know if some of you have actually, you know, take your time to digest that statement, because it was very, very specific and, you know, direct. Like, you do not have any power to declare anybody as a Boko Haram or terrorist sponsor in Nigeria. And him, when I say him, we know here I'm from the presidency, especially where the long throat on Ofunuga is so ready and always ready, right, to counter anything that pops out there against the illegitimate Tifnumbu's regime. So yeah, the region that will do everything to protect the terrorists, or the region that will make you feel comfortable enough that they've normalized it. To the point that a lot of you actually believe that it's the family business until you realize that in northern Nigeria is not safe. And for those who brought that upon them, the rest of Nigeria will not be safe. Terrorism is not going to spare anybody because of your tribe, religion, culture, or class. Now, people are beginning to understand that, okay, the reason why the terrorism can be exported to the rest of Nigeria and you can't really do anything, even Tifnumbu can't really do anything in this case. I mean, right? Somebody came out and said, my state is the largest concentration and the population of Fulanis, who are, some of them are causing these problems. So let us talk to them. We talk to them. And we do not want the military to come, because they do not want the military to come and raid their communities. When military or soldiers are killed, they do not want the treatment whereby the people of such community where Nigerian soldiers are killed, they will be held responsible for the death of those soldiers. That is a rule for the South. the rule for the South, which is if you dare touch soldier, your entire community will pay for it, even if they have no clue, no idea what probably transpired. And the terrorists feel comfortable, don't they? They are very comfortable that they are able to walk straight. And this constantly happens, right? The same way they have normalized kidnappings. Here you get, they have kidnapped 200 people. These people, man, this country. Now God go save them. Do you have a code Nikins? Somebody will date here or we say like, oh, they have just killed about 150 people in Sokoto, this and that. Say, this country, this country. Sorry, is your 33 code? You say, yeah, it's code. Do you have Asun? All right, give me 133 and Asun. Now only God will save this country because I'm so worried. Where are we going in this country? There, these are the people who pretty much don't really, because they've normalized it. It's like, what do you want us to do? That is the silliest question, the most of it that people ask me all the time. And it is pretty much like, well, what do you want? What do you want us to do? Until when it happens to somebody closer to them, and then you begin to hear, we need to break up this country. This is a useless country. You hear this country that is when it happens to them. Suddenly they will have the solution. We need to break up this useless country. What kind of a country is this? What kind of a country is it? Okay, now let's do it. Let's break it. I know. I'm just joking. I don't know how to break it. Come on, man. So the point I'm trying to make here is that we can all pretend and normalize it and pretend that it is not really happening until it happens to, or it happens in our communities. We can, in fact, even wish that the compromised military in Nigeria, now their job is to detect crime and stop it. And everybody is given their own role accordingly. Now, Nigerian military, Nigerian custom, Nigeria defense, Nigeria police, Nigeria DSS, Nigeria NIA, Nigeria DIA, Nigeria NSCDC, Nigeria waiting again, vigilante, Nigeria JTF. Like all this, they all have one single job of keeping us safe. Unfortunately, they have kept us more unsafe. Me, I keep praising it here, okay, that the criminals in charge of Nigeria is an entire system, an establishment. And when you talk about establishment, it is beyond just government. It involves all kinds of characters, groups, and all of that. And somehow, the system wired it in a way that they can function in a dysfunctional system. Let me give you an example. Nigeria is a dysfunctional system whereby the military, who are supposed to be called when there is some external threats or when the internal security is at jeopardy and the police could no longer contain it, then they will bring in the military to quell it and all of that stuff, okay? And once they are done, they go back to where they are always, waiting and keeping their ego high, training all year long, getting this and all that training. We say, but then you have the customs. The job of the customs are to not just collect tariff, collect money and generate only. They should be interested in the quality of what is brought into Nigeria, which is to the people inside Nigeria, what you are going to consume. Now, they should be more interested in what goes out of Nigeria in the form of exports, because that is what will speak of Nigeria in their, when they get to their destination, the job of custom, no more, no less. Immigration. Be very, very active and ensure that while Nigerians are sleeping in their homes, terrorists and people who are in to harm them, either physically or economically. Immigration is to sieve through who comes in and who goes out. Sort of. Abi? Now, if all of them are doing their job, and the Navy, they were supposed to be on the sea. Whatever it is you call the national assets, when it comes to the sea, you have the custom, you have the immigration, and then you have the naval force who are there to ensure that what comes in, what goes out are all in the know of those in government. But you see, despite the fact that everybody is now doing their own, but you'll be wondering, how is Nigeria now working? Okay? Police know they talk. See, they have a system where, let's start from identifying the people they are governing. Don't mind me that I'm actually like widening the net here, or just keep following this, right? So let's start from, I'm talking about a system that is so dysfunctional, but still functional. Okay? You know, Nigerian system is so dysfunctional. Abi, nothing really works. But yet, every day, they still open shop and they still pretend in a way that it is a working system. You see police that will still dress as a policeman. You see a soldier still dress up as a soldier. You still see an immigration officer, custom officer, all of them dress up. DSS, NIA, and the rest of them, right? Dress up as if to say they are going to do their job, all right? But they are not. Now, talking about data and the use of information to prevent, for example, the system, all these agencies, right? They are to provide data, information that will help the entire country and the entire system to run the country. Okay, for example, what kind of things contraband are they bringing into the country? Who are those responsible? How many of them have been convicted or jailed? All this data will help the system to plan, on how to handle such in the future, even if it becomes larger. Abi. Now, so they have data where they have BVN, NIN, CNN, MTN, BPN, thumbprint, biometric, this and that. All of this just to take the details of their citizens in order to make sure that they know who and who are Nigerians or living in Nigeria. This data, you can use them to plan for those who get job, those who have job or who don't have job, those who don't have job but they know how to drive. You know what I mean? Like, you can use all this data to share plan if all these people are talking to themselves. And they are supposed to be data that you can actually go to a central pool and pull it out. Like, if the DSS, if they are looking for one information now, they can go to the central pool with the clearance, and they'll get it. If the police is looking for anything now, they will just put your NIN, and everything will come out. If you need to renew your driver license, you don't need to go and do thumbprint and all of that again. All they have to do, the vehicle registration agency or driver license, whatever, right? They will just be like, and just put it there and send you your new card. But they know they talk to themselves. Police will collect your data. It doesn't mean that they have it or they are keeping it per se. The DSS and the rest, like that. So every now and then, they will bring up another thing. We need to do another verification, this, verification, that. And because they know they talk to themselves, before you get a SIM card in Nigeria, you will need to go and do biometric. You need to go and do some registration and all of that. Use your national insurance number, NIN, Abinko. So when you use all of that, that's when you can have a SIM card, so that the security agencies can know who owns a SIM card if they use it to commit any crime or so. But in that same system, it works if you are saying something about politicians or government. The system works. It can track you down. Even if you are using an anonymous account on social media, they will track you. But the same system doesn't work in tracking terrorists that are communicating with the family of their victims, negotiating for ransom. It has never worked for them. Here you get now. So they now have that kind of a system where they know they talk to themselves. Because it is a rotten system, the custom officers who are supposed to be protecting the country from harmful, goods, chemicals, dangerous stuff from getting into Nigeria, either for consumption or for other use. The custom that are supposed to ensure of that, they are now the people who are the ringleaders in smuggling. A dysfunctional system. Now, in a dysfunctional system, the police that was supposed to be going after criminals, domestic, and all of that, including those who are maybe committing financial fraud, impersonation, kidnapping, extortion. Now, the same policemen would dress up, carry gun, begin to extort people on the road. They will kidnap you, take all the money in your bank, threaten to kill you if you don't give them your money. Same police, to the point that if armed robbers are pursuing you and you see police roadblock or checkpoint ahead, just go back to the armed robbers and let them rob you. Because you know something, the police, if you run to the police, they will rob you. Then they will now rope you. You see, rob and rope. They will first rob you, whatever you have. They will now rope you into a crime you didn't commit. They will tell you to write statements. Now, for you to get out of the problem, you will now have to be extorted, more or less like kidnap you. So you have to pay them. You see judges who dress every morning in their family houses or in their homes. Judges who dresses up and they are going to their own chamber only to get there and help the police that want to lock you up because you can't bribe them with whatever they're asking for. And since you can't bribe them, then they need to empty their cells. They have a handful of judges who help them send you to jail simply because you are just wandering. They found you walking on the streets. And that's it. You see, police not doing their job. You see the Navy, who are supposed to be on Nigeria waters, diving in, diving out, doing different kind of training, underwater combat, underwater commando style. All those things where we see for film. Alayo. The Nigerian Navy, go, they do bunkering. The stealing of Nigeria crude oil, helping the thieves to move the crude oil out of Nigeria water. How person go bring one? You know what a vessels, like ship. Do you know how massive ship can be? Ship be like your one-story building house. You know that your upstairs house. Make you come have the one where we say get like 50 rooms and parlors. 50 rooms. We come long like shopping mall. Make somebody bring upstairs shopping mall to your water, and you have Navy. All the Navy where they buy weapons, where they show. Sometimes when you see their videos, you'll be like, almost see Nigerian Navy. They have this radar. They have this. They don't get airline carriers. Aircraft carriers. But they have this thing where they check. They check whether, I don't know, anyway, all these fancy ships, fancy ships, they call it a warship. They have them, and somebody will bring a big shopping mall on top of your water, and they are still not detected because they are the ones doing it. To the point that now, former militant, where they also steal crude oil, even though they will disagree with you that, how dare you say Niger Delta people are stealing crude oil? Is it not our oil? How can you say we are stealing our oil? Anyway, by their law in Nigeria, you are stealing it. Okay, because the crude oil is not your own. It is for Nigeria. Now, only Zamfara gold for Zamfara. Maybe if you have gold, Bayelsa, Niger Delta, if you get gold, maybe that one are your own. But when it comes to oil, now Nigeria get time. Anyway, Shashe, you guys, you are stealing. That's what Tompolo and gang were doing. And wherever they couldn't steal the oil, they blow the pipeline and then, disrupt the oil production. Baba, the Nigerian Navy, can't they get arrested by Tompolo Navy in a dysfunctional country? Here you get. The result of all of this is being felt everywhere. but it's a dysfunctional place, but still functioning. You'll be like, how Nigeria still they function? When it's pretty much like everybody is just doing whatever they feel like. Yes, that's the new order. Order from above. The military, they are now mounting roadblock, collecting a bribe on the road, and they are now working special operation, protecting oil bunkerers, smugglers, and other criminals that is ready to pay. And terrorists are having field day